Another alleged defense leak has come to light, again to social media posters who claim to have sensitive crime scene evidence.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Jay is for Justice. My name is Jay. I am your host. Today we're going to be getting into the Delphi leaked crime scene photo story according to the Murder Sheet podcast. Let's get into it.
Sheet podcasters Kevin Greeley and Anya Kane have tracked down the leak and shared the results of their investigation with us. Some of it,
which alleges a former employee of defense attorney Andrew Baldwin had access to the defense team's files and released that information to a man who then shared it with two other Delphi social media followers. One of them reportedly passed it on to other Delphi case virtual followers. The other called the podcasters and urged them to tell Indiana State Police, which they did, which would have been in the couple days last week before Judge Gull decided to call a special hearing next week to consider, quote, other matters which have recently arisen.
Let me attempt to break down the chain of command that these photos went through before they finally made it to law enforcement. There are three sources, M, R, and Mark. The initial leak is M, who previously worked for the defense team. M shared the crime scene photos with someone called R. R then shared the images with Mark. Mark then shared the images with the Murder Sheet podcast with the promise that they would report it to law enforcement. And there we had a post on Facebook from the Murder Sheet explaining that they won't be talking about the crime scene photos or discussing anything about it on their page. And then next, I saw this screenshot from a YouTuber called Delphi After Dark. And he states, well, it appears it's gotten out, so I might as well address it. Yes, I have pictures of the crime scene. Yes, these pictures include the bodies of the girls. I'm not sure which other creators are in possession of these photos, but I did speak with Ani and Kevin last night. We are in agreement that these pictures should not come out. I will not be sharing them, and neither will the Murder Sheet. We are sure there are other creators who have received these pictures. We would ask you to join us in refraining from using them. These are far different than the pictures of the clothing in the creek. The Murder Sheet and Delphi After Dark are together on this, and I would ask that all other Delphi creators join us in this pledge. Now, before we get into the actual chain of command of these leaks, of these photos, I want to show you what Delphi After Dark drew after he saw these photos. Now let's get into the timeline of the leak. October 5th, 2023. A source sent Murder Sheet graphic crime scene photos. Murder Sheet does not share any of the details of the photos and have chosen not to say anything, except that the photos were obviously from the crime scene. Murder Sheet called law enforcement the next morning to report these leaked photos. They also reached out to the defense team to make sure they knew about the leak. At this point, they did not know where the leak came from. The person who sent the images to MS is named Mark. Mark received them from someone they call R. R was not the initial leak, but was close to someone called M, who worked for the defense team and had leaked them to R. R was upset with the depiction of the F on the tree from Court TV, so R leaked the actual F photo. R has been vocal on social media in support of the defense in the past and has seemingly shared details he obtained from his leak on the defense team. Jerry Holman was the investigating detective on this leak. Holman initially thought it was a leak within law enforcement. Murder Sheets thinks this upcoming hearing will be going over these leaks. Experts have indicated to Murder Sheet that Gull could absolutely remove Rozzi and Baldwin from the case, Mr. Allen's lawyers, in this upcoming hearing, but could also give the defense a slap on the wrist. In horribly sad news, R died by unaliving himself last week. He was a young man with a wife and a family. Murder Sheet had never reached out to R. R was the person who received the images from M, who previously worked for the defense team. R did not work for the defense. So to clarify that, the person who unalived themselves last week after the judge scheduled this hearing to discuss possibly these leaks and other things in the case, R, who did not work for the defense team, but got the images from M, who previously worked for the defense team, unalived himself. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his friends. What a horrific thing. So, folks, that's the gist of it. That's how these crime scene photos ended up back in law enforcement's hands through the Murder Sheet podcast. We have a hearing this Thursday. If they address them, hopefully we'll find out more. Let me know what you think. Do you think Allen's lawyers will get a slap on the wrist? Do you think that they might give them whole new lawyers and then there could be a delay in the whole trial? Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.